Hello everyone, Cousin here, and in this video, I'm gonna be solving Wordle number 1247 and New York Times Hard Sudoku for November 17th, 2024. So let's get this video started with Wordle number 1247. I'm gonna start with the word heard. Um, I meant to start with heard with the D, but I misclicked and pressed the S instead, but it's alright. Got the A yellow. So let's try to place that somewhere else. For example, claim. No, that still puts A in the same spot. um, let's try paint. Okay, I placed the A at as the second letter, and T is also another letter. Hmm. Is there another vowel? I see the word tally. Let's try this actually, because not sure whether the L goes here. I'm gonna try to place that and try to place a T and see if Y goes in this word. And the word is indeed tally. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, I did kind of consider this word in some previous Wordles for the past 1 or 2 weeks. I did come across, well, I did think of this word. So, um, well, tally seemed to fit the pattern entirely. So, yeah, I feel like, yeah, I just got quite lucky that today's Wordle answer is indeed tally. Got it in 3 tries. Didn't use elimination strategies. I just made my guesses based on the previous clues, and after the second guess, I feel like I've eliminated enough commonly used letters so that tally to me is the word that is most likely to be the answer. So that's how I guess today's word will answer tally in 3 tries. I'll definitely take that, and I'm very glad to, you know, for this streak to begin with this result. So yeah. This is Wordle number 1247. Let's move on to New York Times Sudoku. Again, for November 17th, 2024, let's start the hard difficulty Sudoku. I see that these threes force the digit 3 into one of these two cells in block 2. These fives force the digit 5 into one of these two cells in block 2. This 5 points down, and this 5 points left. So in block 4, the digit 5 is forced into column 1. These ones point left. These 4s force the digit 4 into one of these two cells in block 8. This 4 points up and this 4 points left. So in block 1, the digit 4 is forced into row 1. Okay, these 8s point down and this cell sees another 8. So in block 7, the digit 8 is forced into this cell. These 8s force the digit 8 into this cell in block 5. These 8s point up, where this cell sees another 8, and these 8s point right. This cell sees another 8. We also have these 9s pointing left, and this cell sees another 9. So in block 7, the digit 9 is forced into this cell, and 9 is forced into one of these two cells in block 4. This 9 points right and this 9 points up. So in block 3, the digit 9 is forced into column 8, and then these 9s force the digit 9 into one of these two cells in block 6. And now we have a mini X-wing formed by the placement of 9 in blocks 4 and 6. So this mini X-wing, no matter if 9 goes like this or in the other way, these open cells in row 5, which are in block 5, yeah, will see these 9s no matter what. If 9 goes like this, uh, these two open cells in block 5, which are in row 5, will see this 9. And if 9 goes in the other way, the same two cells will see another 9. So no matter how the 9s are placed, these cells cannot contain 9. Because there's already 9 in rows 5 and 6. So these two cells cannot contain 9, and this cell also sees 9. So in block 5, the digit 9 is forced into this cell. Or, instead of using this mini X-wing to eliminate 9 from these two cells, which are in row 5, you can also directly look at row 4. This cell sees 9, this cell sees 9, this cell sees 9 from block 3, and this cell also sees another 9. But 9 is still missing from row 4. So for the row, 9 is forced into this cell. So both by block 5 and row 4, you have the same outcome of having a 9 in this cell. So you don't have to worry about which method you missed, because they really have the same outcome. So just spot one of them and place the 9 in this cell, whether it's the mini X-wing formed by the placement of these 9s, or just by directly looking at row 4, you'll get the 9 in this cell. And I can also force the digit 9 into one of these two cells in block 2. Alright, now that 9 occupied this cell, this 2 points right to force the digit 2 into the cell in block 5, leaving a 4-6 pair in these two cells. The missing digits of row 4 are 4, 5, and 7, where these two cells see another 4. So in row 4, the digit 4 is forced into this cell, leaving behind a 5-7 pair. Yeah, the digit 4 in block 4 is forced into one of these two cells. We have another mini X-wing formed by the placement of 4s from blocks 5 and 8. No matter if 4s go like this or in the other way, the open cells in block 2, which are in columns 5 and 6, will see the 4s down here. So I can eliminate 4 from these 6 open cells. And also, with these 4s, I can force the digit 4 into the cell in block 2. Or, just look at column 4. This cell sees 4 from block 1, this cell sees 4, and this cell also sees another 4. So in column 4, the digit 4 is forced into this cell. Again, no matter if you use the mini X-wing, or just by directly looking at column 4, both of the approaches will have the same outcome of solving for a 4 in the cell. So yeah, it just depends on which method you see first. Use it. When you see it, just use it and quickly solve for the digit in the cell, which is a 4. Alright, and then in column 4, the missing digits are 3, 5, and 6. 3, 5, 6, 3, 5, 6, 3, 5, 6. Where this cell sees 3 and 5. This cell sees 3 and 5, so it must be a 6, leaving behind a 3, 5 pair. These 6s point left to force the digit 6 into the cell in block 1, and then these 6s point down. The 6 points down, and 6 from block 5 points right. So in block 6, the digit 6 is forced into one of these two cells. 2, 4, and 7 are the missing digits of block 1, but this 2 forces the digit 2 into this cell, which makes 4 into this cell, and there's a 7 to complete block 1. These 2's points down, and this cell sees another 2. So in block 7, the digit 2 is forced into this cell, and 2 is forced into one of these two cells in block 8. 4 in this cell is now eliminated. I can force the digit 4 into this cell in block 4. Remember, this cell also sees 4 from block 5. After I place this 4, I can immediately force 9 into this cell, followed by the 1, and lastly, the 5 in this cell. So this kind of chain reaction. I spotted this rapidly because of all the markings I've done. So first the 4. 4 removed one of the two possibilities for 9, so 9 here. 9 also removed one of the two possibilities for 1, so 1 has to go here. And 1 removed one of the two possibilities for 5, so 5 has to go here. And 5 also removed the 7. So 7 has to go into this cell for row 4. And this cell also sees 7. So in block 4, Uh, it is completed with a 7 and 3, like this. This cell is also a 3 to complete this column. This cell is a 1, and down here, 5, 6 pair. In row 2, 1, 2, and 9 are the missing digits. Alright, in row 5, there are 4 open cells left. We have a 4, 6 pair here, meaning that the other two open cells form a 3, 5 pair, where this cell sees a 5, and this also sees 3, so either way, I can force the 5 and 3 like this, and row 6 is missing 2, 6, and 9, where these two cells see another 9. So 9 is forced into this cell, and this also sees 6, so I can place 2 and 6 like this to complete this row. These 2's point up, and this cell sees another 2. So in block 3, the digit 2 is forced into this cell. This 7 points up. And the 8 also points up. So yeah, 7 and 8 here points up to force both 7 and 8 into row 1 in block 3. So these two cells form a 7-8 pair. Because in order to fit both 7 and 8 into block 3, they have to go into these. I mean, they can only go into these two cells, so I have to make them reserved for 7 and 8. As you can see, these two cells see 7 and 8. So it's either 7, 8 or 8, 7 like this. So this 7, 8 pair has to have 7 and 8 into these two cells. They are reserved. So this 7, 8 pair makes the other two cells 1 and 9, because they are the other missing digits of block 3. But this cell sees a 1, so I can make this 9 and 1. Row 3 has 7 and 8 as the missing digits, but this cell sees 8, so 7 and 8 like this. And then this one eliminates 1 from these two cells, making this 8, 2, and 9 to complete this row, because of this 9 as well. These 3 cells form a 1, 3, 5 triple for block 2. In column 9, 1, 7, and 8 are the missing digits. The cell sees 8, so it's 1, 7. The cell sees 7, so it's 1, 8. In column 8, the missing digits are 3 and 5. And in column 7, 6, 7, and 8 are the missing digits. The cell sees 8, so it's 6 or 7. The cell sees 7, so it's 6 or 8. This cell sees a 3, so I can make this 5 and 3 to complete column 4, which makes this 1 and 5 to make up block 2. Alright, in row 7, 1, 6, and 7 are the missing digits. This cell sees 7, and this cell sees 1. Um, Okay, column by column. Um, okay, well, I actually see it already. 2 is eliminated from this cell because of that 2 up here. With these 2's, the digit 2 in block 8 is forced into the cell. And then this one points down and this one points right. So in block 8, the digit 1 is forced into this cell, making the cell 7 and 6 to complete row 7. This 7 points up, making the cell 8 and 7, this 8 1 to complete this column. This cell now C6, so it's 4 and 6 this way. This cell is a 4 to complete this column. Alright, column 6 is missing 3 and 7, where this cell sees a 7. So I can make this 3 and 7, 5 and 3, 5 and 6, and the Sudoku puzzle is complete. Alright, I finished today's New York Times hard Sudoku in 12 minutes and 19 seconds. So I would say this Sudoku puzzle is say to me, it's straightforward, but I would say in general, it's just the right difficulty in terms of hard Sudokus. It's probably because I was lucky enough to spot all the key spots quickly, and the markings were also efficient. I didn't really miss anything, so I had a flawless solve. If I were to do it without explanation, maybe even single digits for the minute. But yeah. So I'll go over the key spots as a quick summary. So for the mini X-Wing, there was the placement of 9 from blocks 5 and... Sorry, the mini X-Wing formed by the placement of 9 in block 4 and 6, which eliminated 9s from the open cells in block 5, which are in row 5. So whether if 9 goes like this or the other way, these cells could not contain 9. So I can force 9 into this cell in block 5. Or just directly look at row 4 and place the 9. This was the only cell in this row which could contain a 9. And then another example is the mini X-Wing formed by the placement of 4 in blocks 5 and 8. 4's here and here. No matter 4 goes like this or the other way, the open cells in block 2, which are in columns 5 and 6, will see the 4's down here. With these 4's, 4 is forced into this cell in block 2. Or you could have just looked at column 4 and placed the 4 in this cell, because all other open cells in this column could not contain a 4. So yeah, either by looking at the mini X-Wing, or just by the row or column, you'll have the same outcome of placing a certain digit into the same cell. Alright, and then for pairs of triples, there were less, because the focus was on mini X-Wing or the row or column. But I really liked how the chain reaction of block 4, the placement of the digits 4, 9, 1, 5. So you can see that by doing the markings, it really helps. So yeah. Towards the end, I feel like 7/8 pair and 1/9 pair. Well, not really the 1/9 pair, but the 7/8 pair in block 3, row 1 definitely helped. And yeah, not much. I don't really recall any tricky spots other than the mini X-Wing. So yeah, let me know if I missed anything, or if you have any other questions or difficulties, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I'll be glad to reply you. Hopefully this video helped. Today is November 17th, 2024. In this video, I've solved Wordle number 1247 and a New York Times hard Sudoku for today. See you all next time. Bye!